Where's everybody?
Admit all. There we go. There's some of them.
There.
This middle one, page pack, that's Courtney.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
She always complains that she's on her sister's account. I'm glad everyone made it so far. We're going to give everyone a couple more minutes. It's just now 11. See if we get anybody else to show up. Then give me a chance to finish my sandwich. Did you get the invite? Should say it came from the locker room.
Yeah, it's there.
Let me know if it gives you a hard time about trying to create a login or anything. I believe last week it gave a couple people.
Yeah, it's saying, like, I put in a new password and now it's saying send your recovery. I did that and it took me, it said forgot password and I was gonna set my.
Okay.
I did that, so.
It did that to me. So go back to that screen that you were just on, the other login screen. And let's go to.
You can just do it on the iPad or something. It's just.
I think what I ended up doing was after I reset my password, I just went to the home screen for the locker room and logged in and it let me in. So.
Okay. Oh, I just put the wrong email, that's fine. I'm not used to using my KW email.
Did it say you already have an account, or did it say something didn't match? Okay. Try resetting your password one more time. Let's see what it does.
Doesn't even look like it's sending it.
It does not. Okay. I think it's given you the same problems it gave to a couple people last week. We'll get someone on that, and we'll get it
Okay.
straightened out for you. All right, we're going to go ahead and at least get things started. Glad everyone made it through the blizzard and rolling blackouts and everything else. Snowmageddon 2021. So let me get this started. Well, you don't get to remember my password. Let's see. Share screen. Share. All right. Just FYI, once y'all get logged into the locker room, should take you to a home screen that looks similar to this. I know that it's been a crazy week. Like I said, with the Snowmageddon and rolling blackouts and no water or low water pressure or whatever, and then family reunion on top of that. Some of y'all may not have seen this yet. No big deal. This is a program where we can easily just start over the next week. What that is, Hartley, that is the week 1 worksheets and stuff for the locker room. That's kind of the plan right there.
Who came here and gave us like a.
Chuck Wells came
Yes,
here.
yes, I remember this.
And this isn't the first time he's been
Yeah.
here. He was here, I think, back in October or November.
That must have been when I sat in.
And I think he did a business plan thing and had the goal settings.
Okay.
So some of that's going to look familiar.
Yeah,
if
we
you
were
hear
talking
that.
about it earlier. I was like, this sounds like the exact same
Mhm.
little net sheet thing.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
So if you guys haven't done it already, I want you to look at, when you're in there, this goal meter. This is a good way to at least start the process of figuring out what your goals should be. I set mine, kind of, not completely, but what you're going to do here is you're going to do set goal and then goal type. If you want it to be total number or gross income or whatever, that's what you should start with. But if you notice on mine said, I had 3 different goals on there. So you can set multiple goals. You can say, for this year, I want to net this for the GCI, gross income. That's what GCI translates to, gross commission income. That's before taxes and your expenses and everything. You can also do buyers appointments down here at the bottom, closings from buyers. So we can color code that to, let's make them blue. Monthly goal. I want to have, how many closings for buyers do I want to have every month? And this is my individual goal. If you don't want to have it at least one a month, then don't go with this option. But we're going to set this at 1 a month for me. And boom, there's my goals. And then y'all have, yours looks a little bit different than mine. Here on the left side, you have the home, and then you have a different, are you logged in, Kaylee?
Success tracker and check it. I think that's what it says. I'm gonna get this off now.
Try clicking on the side
Oh,
there. Yeah, you have success tracker and then toolkits.
Toolkit.
The success tracker, that is the button that you're going to click on when you are putting in your successes. Look, someone's done it. Someone's got a buyer's appointment set in there. This is what my screen looks like. But when you have something that goes towards your goal, like a buyer's appointment or a listing appointment or a closing, use the success tracker and plug that in. This is going to be your way of tracking your activities. So if you have that you want to talk to 3 buyers a week or 5 buyers a month or whatever, it's going to track it in the weekly goals, and then you put it in there and you say, hey, we got this done. I got this buyer's appointment, and there's a way to track it. Now, as you can see, once you put it in there, it shows up on my dashboard, so I can kind of see what's going on and where we're at. So, I mean, again, it's been a crazy week, and I realize that not everyone's had a chance to start this. We're starting week 1 now. So today until next Thursday is going to be week 1. I realize if you look at the first week of track, which is what we're doing and what I handed out to you, there's 7 or 8 videos to watch. There's goal settings. There's several things that you're going to do. Just like with everything else, don't get overwhelmed. Just start off with one thing. Just do it one thing at a time. Watch one video. Go through the goal tracker, or the goal meter, I mean, and set up one goal at a time. If you want to work with more listings than buyers, set up the listing goal first. How many listings do you want a month? You want 1 listing a month? You want 7 listings a month? What do you want? I mean, the awesome thing about this program is you're setting the goal. It's my job and Stephanie's job to help you meet this goal, whatever your goal is. Now, I have goals that I would like the PC group as a whole to meet. But I'm not setting a goal for you.
I have a question. So once you get into the success tracker and enter data,
Mhm.
so you just kind of do this as you go. So
Yes.
say today I made 1 new contact. So I just put in 1 here and then I'll save and
And say,
keep
right.
that. Okay.
Right, so I think a good way to do that, like Chuck had said last week, is write it down on a notepad or whatever as you go throughout the day, or whatever, however you want to track it. And then in the morning,
That's right.
put in the numbers that you meant for the day before. Or track it, however you want to track it. And then put in the numbers on Wednesdays and Fridays, Tuesdays and Thursdays for the week. Whatever it is, whatever works for you. That's the awesome thing about real estate is this is your business and you do what works for you. We're just going to offer you 17,000 tools to be able to get that done. However that is. There's definitely more than one way to skin a cat. And there is definitely more than one way to sell real estate, have your business, and even to track your numbers through this program. So, don't freak out.
I know, I guess for me, I feel like it's just overwhelming because it's like you have command and then I just
I
set up.
was just saying
I
that.
just set up CTE, you know, but so I'm like, I feel like I'm putting my numbers where I just need to figure out like just one thing.
One thing. If you're gonna pick one thing right now, I'd rather you put the numbers, track your numbers in locker room right now than CTE.
I even need to know if I'm going to just forget.
It's awesome. CTE is great, but when you have command and you have locker room and then you have CTE, it's like. You
Yeah,
need to pick one.
CTE is another tracking system. It doesn't have plans like this and setting goals like this, and it doesn't have the university, the locker room university and stuff like that. It's literally just a spreadsheet where you're entering your numbers as you go.
I'm going to forget that I heard about that. You're one more here, right? So.
If it's too much, it's too much. Okay,
It's too much.
yeah, I totally get it.
I guess so. In locker room though, can you break down like CTE, like how many listing appointments you need to take a week to meet your goal?
Yes.
Do that in locker room. Okay.
Mhm.
I guess I can see under
If you look at week
the
one,
meter.
let's see, let's look at week one here of this that I hope everyone has a copy of or have found it on in the University Center. Again, you're going to log in. This is your login, your main page, and you're going to click on Locker Room University. Okay. Let's try that again. There we go. And oh, because I'm on a different device. I'm not on my laptop.
Are we supposed to track our database? I guess obviously, and
Yes, the database is where you're putting in the numbers for the database. That is definitely command. Your database is command.
okay, so we kind of don't have a database in the locker room.
No, you do not have a database in locker room.
Okay.
Locker room is a 12-week program. So it's not a year, throughout the year annual. Now we could start locker room over again and everything like that, kind of like Bold or the Ignites, programs like that Keller Williams offers to help stimulate and boost your business. That's what this is. This is a program, this is a 12-week program to help you get your business started and or improve your business. That's the goal of this. So anyways, let me get logged in here. Now, the awesome thing about this program is once you get logged in the first time, unless you get logged in on a different laptop, like I just did. This is the office laptop. I'm not connected to my personal laptop. Once you get logged in though, and you create the login for the locker room, and again, the university center should be the same login, same password, and same email address as your locker room login. That'll just make it simple for you. But once you get logged in, it shouldn't prompt you to log in again, unless, just like we just saw, you're on a different laptop or a different computer. So we are, again, here is the different courses. Now you're going to see, this is going to be a little bit different than what you're seeing, because if you look at these are some coaches programs. That's for me, because I'm a PC coach. But the one we're going to start with, the program that we are doing right now, is Track 2.0. Right here. This is what it looks like. And here we are. And this has a 2-minute video, a PDF for the workbook, for the entire workbook. And you can download this 1 week at a time, print it off, or download the whole thing and just kind of keep track of it. Or you can order the book. You can basically let me or Stephanie know that you want to order the book, and I believe it is $30, and it can be added to your office bill, just for convenience sake, if you wanted to do that. Again, this lets you download the whole workbook. If you are fine with doing that and then printing it off here at the office or at home 1 week at a time or whatever, that's fine with me too. Whatever works for you guys. But then you look, foundation weeks, week 1 through 3. This is where we're going to start. Week 1, agent action plan. This is a 26-minute video, a PDF, a 9-minute video, another PDF, a 12-minute video, another PDF. It's going to walk you through step by step. And again, you don't have to watch all these videos and do all this in one single sitting. You don't have to do all this today or anything like that. We're asking you to do this in a week. And I realize that's a lot. The first couple weeks, setting the foundation is a lot. And it can be kind of overwhelming. If you're trying to do this and a part-time job, or this and juggle buyers that are looking at houses, or talk with someone that's wanting to list a house, or talk to FISBOs or whatever, I get it, it's a lot.
I've just been taking like 20 or 30 minutes a day, working on it, knocking it out.
Perfect. 20, 30
Just
minutes a
enough to
day.
stay focused on it and not get distracted.
Perfect. So figure out what I would suggest is figure out a plan. If you're a morning person, God love you, because I'm not. But if you're a morning person, get up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and do this for half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. And then, after you've done this, then check your emails and or go about your normal day. So, what do y'all think? Do y'all want to y'all let me know in the chat or whatever. Do y'all want to watch this video? It's a 26-minute long video. We could watch the whole thing. Y'all can watch it. Some of you may have already watched it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it done. I don't want to chat people a lot, but I'm here. I get it. More of a vote. Just kidding.
Chat. Annie's already watched it.
Same.
So is Jack.
Okay, I'll watch it on my own.
Andrea's already watched it.
I'll do it on my own.
Okay. So if you watched this video though, that's fantastic. You have an idea of what week 1 looks like and how this program could walk you through the steps. Again, don't get overwhelmed, baby steps, that's okay. See, it won't let me, because I haven't enrolled in the program, so it won't let me go on here. But once you finish a task, you click down here at the bottom, complete and continue, and it's going to track your progress. You spend 30 minutes in the morning doing this, and then do that complete and continue, and then go about your day. And when you log in again tomorrow, it should pick up right where you left off. It's that easy. And again, our goal for this PC group in general and the locker room program is, how can we help you? So what I would like for you guys to do, if you haven't already done it, start this program. Finish week 1, maybe even finish week 2. And then give me some feedback. How is this helping you? I want to get through week 1 and 2 just to give you a chance to get things going and let me know, how is this helping you? What can we do? Maybe different? What can we do as a group? Because I'd like to do some of this stuff as a group in our PC group meetings. Again, I understand most of y'all have watched that 26-minute long video. Great, we don't have to watch that. But we're not going to dedicate every week to going through this step by step either. But if y'all want to do at least part of it, fantastic. I'm open for that and kind of seeing what we need to do. Again, this program, and I am here to help you in your business, whatever that means. If that means get you from 0 to 50 closings by the end of the year, fantastic. If that means getting you from 0 to 5 closings by the end of the year, fantastic. Okay. Whatever it is. Because I, based on some of the feedback that I'm getting and everything like that, I feel like some of y'all are getting overwhelmed, hardly, with.
I'm not ashamed to admit.
Some of y'all are getting overwhelmed with the combination of what you're doing in your normal day-to-day lives and or businesses, and then throw in the locker room, and then throw in commands, and then throw in, oh my God, I picked up this buyer, and he wants to look at 17 houses this weekend, anywhere from Yukon to Edmond to Paul's Valley. We all get those buyers. So I get it. All I'm really trying to emphasize right now is don't get overwhelmed. You're not going to get a demerit if you didn't finish the week on time. Like Chuck said last week, if you don't finish the week on time, okay, finish the week before you move on. Because again, we're not going to go over this every Thursday at 11 o'clock. We're not going to say, okay, boys and girls, open your workbook to page 17. That's not how this works. This isn't a traditional middle school or high school class or even college class. Okay. I hope everyone is feeling a little bit better, a little less pressure. I want to put enough pressure on you to that you're actually going to engage and you're actually going to follow up with this and do this, because I think this program will help. We wouldn't have signed up for this program if I didn't think it would help. If Stephanie and I didn't think that this would benefit you in your business in general and your real estate careers in general, we wouldn't have signed up for this. There's 17 other programs that we could have done, or we could have just continued to go as we were going with the PC group meeting once a week and then just kind of willy-nilly talking about this and talking about that and whatever. I'd rather have a plan though. And I like this. This is a good plan. This will answer most of your questions and help most of y'all along the way. Because again, I've still been getting the whole, how do I set goals? And while you can do this business without goals, it's not really recommended because you're just going to willy-nilly fly by the seat of your pants and just go through it. You'll sell some houses. But then you're going to be you're very likely to be one of the statistics. The National Association of Realtors says that 80% of new realtors are no longer in the business 2 years after getting their license. So within getting their license, within that 2 years, 80% of realtors nationwide quit. And I don't want that to be y'all. I want y'all to be as successful as you want to be. Some of you, I've talked to some of y'all, your goal is for this year, I want to break even. I spent so much money on getting my license, joining the boards, joining the NLSs, buying business cards, this and that. I spent so much money on doing that. I want to see some income. Okay? But let's set some other goals other than just that. Locker room is a great place to start. If you don't like this, the way locker room has you kind of setting the goal, let me know. We've got CTE. We've got the the goal setting thing that's program that I believe it was that class 2 weeks ago on that Wednesday, the business planning class. There was a,
Yes.
yes, that through GPS, the business planning class with GPS. There was another spreadsheet in that class that I could send to y'all as far as setting annual goals and then breaking it down to monthly and even weekly contacts and everything like that. So there, I mean, if this isn't clicking with you, okay, let me know. Or set up a one-on-one with me and we can meet either Zoom or phone call or in person, and we can go over the numbers and we can go over. Kind of what I'm here for. So yeah, kind of where we're at. So this first week, what I'd like for y'all to do is start the program and then start tracking your numbers. Again, I got one of y'all that's entered in some numbers at least, which is fantastic. Appreciate that.
So is this the same thing as what?
This is what we did was I got one of the workbooks.
This is the work. Is the work.
Yeah, that's the workbook.
That's the workbook, just like we.
And we literally we ran it through the copy machine and copied.
I might just order that.
I think it's $30.
That seems easier.
Yeah. And that's the whole program, the whole 12-week program right there. And again, if you want to do that, let me or Stephanie know, and we'll get one ordered for you and have it sent here to the office and add it to your bill.
I have something, it's kind of like off subject, but I'm struggling with buyer and listing appointments. Like, does that look like, I guess I'm struggling because every deal that I've had right now, just the people that I know. But is a buyer appointment specifically like I call someone and I meet them here in the office and have an appointment with them and talk about it?
It's called a buyer's consultation.
Is that like,
And it's
feel like nobody wants to do that? Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, you don't have to do it here.
you don't have, right, you don't have to do it here. Basically, the buyer's consultation, and I've done many buyer consultations in the first house that I'm showing.
Just take them to the house and then.
Take it to the house.
That's more comfortable, I feel like.
And a lot of buyers, that's more comfortable for them too. But the only thing your goal in the buyer's consultation is to set the expectations, figure out what they're looking for, and make sure that they are a valid buyer.
I guess for listing, I mean, kind of looks the same.
Yeah, there's listing presentations. If you look here in the toolkit, let's see, agents. And then let's look at, buyer docs. Look at that. Buyer's consults. Let me take a second to open. Maybe.
I think you might have to download it. This is how I feel.
Yeah, that may be it. Maybe I have to download. There it goes. Got it. It's that time. look at this. Contents for your buyer consultation packet. Now, this is literally just a checklist because there's only one page on here.
Oh.
Okay, so let's go back here. Where were we at? We were right here. Buyer do's and don'ts. This one's a zip file. Oh, I downloaded the wrong one. All right, let's go back to buyer's do's and don'ts. Oh, here's a real helpful list that I have as part of my buyer's consults. I have this. I'm telling them this verbally, but it's very helpful information. First and foremost, tell them get pre-approved. Can't show a house. They get one freebie from me personally. Just to make the connection. If I don't know them personally, they get one freebie. I will meet them at one house, not showing them a list of 7 houses. I will meet them at one house. And then after we get through looking at that house, either in the house or in the driveway or whatever, I have this conversation with them. Got to get pre-approved. Or if you're paying cash, fantastic. I'm going to need proof of funds so I can have it on file to give to the listing realtor along with your offer. Got to have a pre-approval letter to go along with the offer as well. Because in today's market, we all know this, in today's market, a seller and their listing realtor not going to take you and your buyer serious if they don't have proof of funds along with the offer or a pre-approval letter. Sometimes it is one of those things, like I've got this situation right now where we looked at a house for $216, but their pre-approval letter says like $225. Well, we don't want to give away the secret. So sometimes you have to get either a different pre-approval letter from the lender, and some of them will have like this one, they have basically a landing page on the internet where I can go in and I put in the address of the house that they're looking at and put in the purchase price, and it will print me a pre-approval letter based on that purchase price with that address on it. And it's programmed to not go over whatever their maximum approval amount is. So if their max approval amount is $225, it won't let me write a pre-approval letter for $250.
I was gonna ask, did you always use a site like that, or do you ask lenders like, hey, we need this to look different for this purpose?
What I do is if they don't, not all lenders have that site. But I tell the lender, hey, we looked at this house, it's listed at this much. This is the offer that we're talking about making. I need a pre-approval letter matching that dollar amount. And most of the time I'm not.
The dollar amount that the house is listed at, or they?
Whatever our offer is. So if it's listed in today's market, if it's listed at $216, we may be offering $220, and I'm asking them for a pre-approval letter for $220. Or, like I said before, they're approved for $225, But I don't
Just
want,
their
I don't want to
initial-
say
Yeah,
225 because sometimes they'll counter at whatever the pre-approval amount is. On proof of funds gets a little bit more tricky. Usually with proof of funds, if they have more money than what we're offering, unless we're offering full price, I tell them pre-approval or proof of funds to be provided within 24 hours of offer being accepted. Because again, you don't want to,
so, yeah, so they then are in agreement,
yes,
under contract, accepted before. they're
Yeah.
like, oh, you have $1 million?
right?
I see.
Yeah, you have $1 million and you offered me $5,000 less than the asking price. Nice. You know, you don't want to give away that secret that could give the listing realtor or the seller an advantage or negotiation tool. So that's step number one. Got to have pre-approval letter before we can make offers. Before you can look at house number 2, got to have a pre-approval letter. But then I also do this. Don't change jobs. Don't get fired. Don't change careers. I usually say don't change careers. If you are a insurance agent and you decide to switch from Allstate to State Farm, okay, that's okay. That's not going to interfere with our pre-approval as long as you didn't take a pay cut. That's not going to interfere with the pre-approval and the buying process. But going from insurance agent to plumber, to changing out the windshields in cars, working for Safeline. That's a completely different field, completely different job. That will screw up your pre-approval in a heartbeat. Also, this is my favorite. Don't buy a truck or a car or furniture. I tell them to the extreme. Whatever your lender says you should do that. If the lender says pay down this credit card or pay off this credit card, then by all means do that. But don't do anything else. Don't pay off your Best Buy card that you've had for 10 years and close it. Because that's credit that bonus or bump that you're getting from that creditor and that length of credit may be helping you get you over that up to the 625 or 650, whatever your credit score is. And if you shut that down, that may drop you to 610 or 600. You never know. So I say, don't change your credit or your financial situation at all, unless the lender has said, okay. Don't trade in your car and get a new car, and even if the payment's the same, don't do it. Don't do anything. So this is a helpful little thing, again, that's in locker room, under the toolkit. Oh, scripts, seller docs, lead generation, goal setting. 11 things top agents do. Agent action plan. How to effectively set goals. Agent weekly accountability checklist. Elevator pitch for the worksheet. I mean, there's 100 things in here that are going to be helpful for you guys. So again, this was in toolkit. And then I just looked under agent and then whatever the option there. FSBOs and expireds. Lead generation ideas for FSBOs. Click on that. Right. click, download. Checking on the seller's house, info for comp ideas. Notify the FSBO that another party in the neighborhood has been placed on another house, another property, sorry. But hey, did you know that, you know, you're selling this house in Brookhaven, and a realtor in my office just listed this other house 3 blocks away? Did you see that? Did you see that they're $20,000 under yours price?
275,000.
Right? 279,000 listing for 1,400 square feet
I
and
looked back, by the way,
bed and a half.
they tried to list it before for 350. They've been trying to sell it for years.
Well, they're gonna try to sell that thing for years because it's never gonna appraise.
I'll buy it for 150.
Okay. So kind of explore around, absolutely concentrate on doing the track program in week 1. But, you know, if you're looking for something else to do, something else that may be helpful, again, check out this toolkit. Lots of stuff in here that could be super helpful for you. Oh, track, look at this. I don't know if any of this is going to be helpful for you guys. This is more for the coaches stuff and promotions and sign-up sheets and stuff like that. So that may not be a good one for you guys, but agents. So I don't have much else, guys. Anybody have any questions? For you people that are on Zoom, just unmute yourself and shout away. If you got
Does
it.
our locker room login access expire?
Yours expired.
No, will it expire after a couple of months? How long will we have access to the documents?
This is a 12-week program, and unless we delete you, the way I understand it, now I'll double check with Chuck, but the way I understand it, I mean, the track is a 12-week program. Unless we remove you from access to the locker room, you're going to have access to everything that's in here
For 12 weeks?
for the entire time.
Okay,
For the 12 weeks, the track is a 12-week program.
okay,
I plan on, if you guys are still around after 12 weeks, we plan on continuing to use the locker room for other things. You know, we may move on from the track and, you know.
yeah, I was just wondering, just seeing all the documents to download and where to kind of move them, you know, if I downloaded them, where to put them.
I would suggest,
That makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense. I would suggest keeping them wherever you can access them.
Yeah,
I have
okay,
Dropbox and
yeah, yeah,
Google Cloud program. So I definitely, between that and my laptop, I would definitely keep some of these helpful stuff, just so you know where it's at.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll start pulling stuff off then. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if we got, you know, access for quite a while, but if it's just 12 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, you got access for quite a while, for as long as you're in the PC group, for sure.
Okay,
As long as we are maintaining this program, because the locker room costs the office money.
yeah,
Hi, guys. we signed a contract with the locker room, and the office is paying a monthly fee for access to this website and having you guys enrolled in here and everything like that. So we're investing in you guys as well. So
Thank
to
you.
answer your question, Andrea, we have zero plans of this going away after 12 weeks. Unless we get through this and it's turns out to not be something that, you know, turns out to not be what we thought it was, which I don't think that's going to happen. You know, we're going to have access to this. But again, download whatever you want to download and keep it, like I said, on the cloud or saved in a certain folder on your laptop, whatever's convenient for you. Anybody have any wins for the week? Any good news? Hey, I contacted this FSBO and that call went really well. I've got an appointment, or I just found out my high school buddy that I haven't talked to in 7 years wants to buy a house and they're going to use me, or whatever.
For me, I got that really good off-time call from the office.
Yes.
No one's an off-time, highly recommended.
What was that one again? What
That's exciting.
Yes.
they called?
I mean, it's kind of a little overwhelming because they're wanting to look all over. But
Yeah.
of course, I'm like, I'll do and drive wherever I need to drive right now. So
Yeah.
further north, like Tulsa, he's not quite as far as Tulsa, but it's going to be about 2 hours away.
Okay.
But I'm willing to do it.
Hey, if
And
you're
like I
willing.
said, it's not in the OKC MLS, so I'm having to use Skylar and have a referral, so that kind of sucks. But
Okay.
it's still worth it.
Still
I'm
worth it.
still doing it. Maybe 2 years down the road, I'll have a different. Maybe 2 years down the road, I'll have access to all those MLS.
Yeah.
I don't know, but.
I had a
For now, I'm
conversation.
gonna drive.
Yeah, I had a conversation with someone during one of my one-on-ones, and they were saying that they were talking to someone that was looking to buy. It was south of Pauls Valley, down there close to Ardmore and things like that. And I told them the same thing I'm about to tell y'all. If it's worth it to you to drive to Ardmore or Wayne or Woodward or Tulsa, whatever, you have the rights and the capability to sell real estate anywhere within the state of Oklahoma. You just need to make the decision, is it worth it to you to drive to Enid or Tulsa or wherever? If not, that's okay too. I have referred out to people in Tulsa. I've referred out to people in Ardmore. I took a listing in Ardmore.
So I guess
it was worth it to me.
If you refer those people to someone in office, you still get it.
You still get the referral fee.
Okay.
Especially if they're a Keller Williams office, it makes it super easy with the Kelly app and or Command. All they got to do is agree to it, and then it pops up as a 20 or 25% referral fee
I was
for
gonna
you.
ask, how are referrals fees set?
The typical referral fee is 20 to 25% of their commission. So if you are referring a buyer or a lister to an agent, say in Tulsa, then assume that it's going to be 20% or 25%, whatever you agree to, of 3% commission.
Mm-hmm.
Assume that they're not going to get both sides.
Who decides if it's 20 and 25? Is
You
it
do.
personal?
Just negotiate it between.
The agents?
I usually start whenever I'm sending a referral fee or a referral out to someone, I ask for 25%.
And they can agree or not.
They can agree or not. But 25% is pretty standard. Most people won't balk at 25%. You'll get some that'll balk at higher. I paid as high as a 35% referral fee, but it was a listing and it was a family member that they were referring. And she was from, I believe, if I remember right, she was from Florida, and 35% was standard for Florida. So I was like, okay. It was a $300,000 listing. So I was glad to pay 35% referral fee. I still got away with a nice little chunk of money from it. And I got a listing. And you don't have to pay a referral fee for any business that you pick up off of the listings.
Right.
Okay, guys, it's 12. Anybody else have anything? What I'd like for you, again, what I'd like for y'all to do is start week 1 if you haven't already. If you have started week 1 and you finished it, or you're almost finished with it, I need you to go ahead and finish up and just be prepared for us to start week 2 next Thursday. Okay?
Sounds good.
Everyone's got my phone number. Feel free to call or text me if you have any questions or need any help with anything in the locker room or any of your business that you guys got going on. Okay? All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.